Everyone, I'm joined by Martin the Fisher along with Millennium's Jree as a special guest, and we're going to break down that win from the Super Hot crew in the last match. Guys, what did you make of Champion Select? A lot of late game comps going on for Gambit. Once again, also some elements in Super Hot crew's comp.
Right, so Millennium, yeah, you're right here. Gambit, sorry, they like to run these late game comps where often Genji will play Caitlyn. Now Lucian is gone. We see Rise from Kuban, again, a lot of late game focus. I don't really like the idea because Gambit as a team at the moment have a very hard time getting to the late game. I would actually like to see them pick some mid-game comps where it can compensate for the weak early mid-game they do have here. But I'm not sure what you think actually about the comps.
Yeah, I agree. Like instead of Caitlyn, I would like to see a Corker or something from Genja because it's just really strong. And yeah, that's it. Like they have like good picks, but they don't really play it as a team really good.
All right, but yet in the beginning it wasn't going all bad for Gambit. They got first blood, they got first dragon, so not the worst start.
No. I mean, they had a good start, got an early dragon, got an early gold lead as well, but they don't use it for anything. And honestly, one of the reasons is the way they itemize is not optimal. First of all, if we just take Genja, health potion for the entire game. Doesn't even sell it to buy a ward, doesn't sell it to buy like a pickaxe going into a Last Whisper, doesn't sell it to buy a Zeal going into Phantom Dancer. He will only do it if he dies in his in-base anyway. He never recalls to go back and get a ward or get an item towards whatever he's actually building. So he delays his own power spikes constantly and makes him weaker because he needs to farm up all the gold. Secondly, Kuban gets a Catalyst, want to build Rod of Ages as early as possible on a Rise. You want to get it around 30, 40 minutes. He delays it because he builds a Glacial Shroud and gets a Rod of Ages like 19 minutes in. So they constantly delay their items, the power spikes, and therefore they never really have any impact in the mid game. And also, Edward, his first item.
Yeah, he bought Doran Shield for some reason. Like, I mean, it's good if you play 2v2 and you want to trade without attacks, but they use lane swap, and the Doran Shield was totally useless.
So if you're the support, as what the Fisher was saying now, and you know there's a dragon fight coming up and you think your AD carry really should go and buy, is that something you can communicate or is it not done?
Yeah, you should say that. I mean, they even have a late game comp, so they should just give up the Drake and just stall the game. And yeah, they should just base and buy in items instead.
We can actually just bring up the replay because it is around the dragon where Gambit wants to fight against Super Hot crew, even though they don't actually have to. Because at this point, if you just look at the gold right here, Genja, he sits on 1,600 gold. Just refuses to go back and buy before the fight. Subaru, however, on the other side has 1,600 gold as well on selfies. So in that case, it evens out a little bit. But at the same time, Gambit, they're a bit out of position. Notice Nick, he's coming from the mid lane. Rest of the Gambit members are either in top lane for Kuban with teleport or down here towards the blue buff. First of all, you don't want to stand on the side of the blue buff if you can avoid it because it now opens up for your mid lane. And Subaru will later on move in and actually take it because Gambit now is out of position. We can just roll the clip here in Jree. What do you actually see when they start here? Did you know from the start it was going to be bad for Gambit?
Yeah, like I said before, they have a late game bomb and they should just leave it. And TP comes down from Mimer and they just catch an IQ. He has no flash because they burned it with the Javan ult before. So it was just a clean fight from SHC and they were out of position here, basically.
And right after again, because Gambit is standing at their own blue buff, Subaru just push up to this mid lane, take the mid tower, second one they get because Gambit is standing on the wrong side of the dragon. And it's communication issues, and it seems just like the synergy isn't there either. I mean, Kuban, he didn't teleport down because there was no reason to do it. Nick was out of position, got caught out. Kuban could never join in, so you were in a disadvantage from the start, which ends up, again, costing them a lot of gold. They fall behind, lose towers, lose dragons, and will never get to the late game point.
Jree, do you understand the way Gambit's playing right now? Because obviously you might know the sentiment. They know that they are no longer able to get the playoffs, so maybe you'd imagine that they would just go loose and try a lot of things in those games, but they just seem to be on the back foot.
Yeah, they can also do that, but I think in this game they should really stall. But I mean, if you have the mentality that the games don't really matter, you can do some crazy stuff, but it didn't pay off this time, so yeah.
It didn't. Well, thank you very much, guys. We're going to head back over to Demon and Quickshot to get ready for game.